Got in a little trouble, ended up doing a little bit of jail time. When I was in there, that's when my true art ability came in, so I hate talking about it.
Welcome to the American Grown Podcast, hosted by Austin Sullivan. The American Grown Podcast will focus on people from different walks of life and their journey to where they are now. Now, turn up your volume and settle in for a great episode.
This is the American Grown Podcast, recorded inside the Colortech Creative Solutions studios. Today, we have Jona Padilla, tattoo artist and owner of A Piece of Perfection Tattoo Studio. Jona, welcome to episode 65 of the American Grown Podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm glad we could finally connect.
Finally, right?
Finally, dude. I feel like, it's been, what were we talking about? November? Fall?
Yeah, fall.
Yeah, last fall.
Oh, yeah.
So that's how long this has been in the works. And before we dive too deep, into your episode, we got to shout out Mr. Powers.
Yes.
So shout out to Mr. Powers. He's the one that recommended you for the podcast, and he actually recommended you all the way back in August of last year.
Yes, I remember. Yeah. Shout out to Powers. Thank you.
It's funny because I always knew him as Mr. Powers in school, or Coach Powers. And when he messaged me, I was like, oh, Brian. His first name, Brian.
Yes,
so I didn't know. And
that's one thing with me, man. I can never call any coach or any teacher by their first name.
Yeah. No, I'm with you 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think for me, it's like a respect thing.
It is.
Yeah, it's probably same for you.
Same for me.
Yeah. And it's just, that's what you always called them too. So it's like ingrained,
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, as you're doing like 3 a days. I don't know if they do 3 a days anymore, but I'm sure you did.
Something like that,
too.
Something like that.
Yeah. And you just were like sweating your ass off.
Oh, my God, yes.
It was always Coach or Mr. Powers.
Mm-hmm.
And for those that don't know, he is the offensive and defensive coach, lines coach?
Both.
He coaches both?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure at Cedar Crest High School for football. And like I said, I finally got my shit together. Here you are, and for all the listeners, if you have filled out a form, I was just talking with Jona, I have roughly 120 people that have filled out the form.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Crazy. A lot of people that want to share their story. And,
Oh, yeah.
I'm just appreciative that many people want to come in and talk to me. And I want to give them a platform to share. There's just great things going on throughout Lebanon County.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, especially here in PA,
Oh, yeah.
all around. So, if you did fill out the form, I didn't forget about you. Be ready. Your number's going to get called. I'm working through everybody. So
yes.
I appreciate everyone's patience. But Jona, let's have a drink real quick before we get into this. We're getting cheers. Yeah.
Didn't go down the wrong pipe this time.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's right. Wouldn't that be something? You just start coughing like crazy, or I start coughing. Let's get your background.
Okay.
Where were you born and raised? Start from the beginning, and we'll go from the beginning till where we are now.
All right. So from the beginning, I was born in a small town called La Rosaleda. It's in Guaynabo, Puerto Rico. It's one of the bad parts in Puerto Rico. It's shootings, killings every day.
Wow.
So, yeah, and parts of Puerto Rico are beautiful. Parts of Puerto Rico, not so great.
Yeah.
I was born in one of the parts that wasn't great. So, my mom decided she went on vacation to come here to PA.
Wait, your mom came to vacation here in Pennsylvania?
Yes. One of her friends told her to come here.
Is she still friends with her?
She still is.
Okay.
I call her my aunt, Titi Mary.
Okay.
I love her. So, she came out here one day and was just on vacation, and she calls my grandmother up. And this was back in, I'm going to say, 93, 94. And she says, hey, Mom, sell everything in the house, and I'm not coming back.
Really?
Just like that.
Just we're done.
We're done. Yeah. I'm not gonna raise
everything.
Yep. She was like, I'm not gonna raise my kids in PR.
Yeah.
So it's four of us. Me and my brothers. It's four brothers.
Yeah.
So,
well, we talked about Benny, which I didn't put it together.
Yes.
I was like, what a small world.
A lot of people think that we're half brothers, but no, we're full brothers.
Full brothers.
Yeah, it's because of different last names.
Shout out to Benny. That's phenomenal.
Shout out to Benny.
Yeah, great guy. I mean, and again, I met him through Ty and Ty the Barber.
Yep.
Shout out Ty the Barber.
Shout out Ty.
Gary Gristic and Kyle Tyson, all those guys.
Oh, yes.
And it was at Tice's bachelor party in AC, Atlantic City, and yeah, Benny was great, man.
Oh man,
yeah, he's a guy that if you're in a fight, I'm just gonna throw this out there, you want Benny on your side.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
He's like a tank. 100%. He's built like a tank.
He is.
Yeah,
but he was never built like that.
No.
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 No, he was never built.
So
like
how'd
that.
he get like that?
He got made fun of.
No way.
He got made fun of the first year that he was playing football. Got made fun of because he was a little skinny, scrawny kid.
Okay.
And that one summer, he just was in the weight room, boom, just packing in pounds.
Dang.
People thought that he was taking steroids. When they saw him the next following year.
How the change was.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Good for him, though. I mean, that's like, because sometimes you get bullied, you can go the opposite way.
Exactly.
You can go to a dark place, you know, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah, so now, all right, so your mom vacations here, comes to Pennsylvania, which sounds, I'm going to be honest, it sounds backwards.
It does. Little backwards.
Yeah.
You know, so we're from the island. You know, we saw beautiful beaches. Beaches, oh my God. You know, so we come from the island. We're here. Well, I was still in school, me and my oldest brother, Peter. We were still down there with my grandmother, and that's when my mom was like, yo, Ma, I'm not coming back. Sell everything. And when the kids' school year is done, boom, just ship them out here.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
So how old were you? Like,
I was like around maybe 10, 11 years old.
Okay.
You know, at the time.
Yeah.
My brother's 2, 3 years older than me.
So what do you think was like going on? Is like things are getting sold and
yeah, I was like, what's going on? Are we gonna be homeless? This and that, you know. So I was still young, you know. I wasn't really aware of anything. So when she said you're going to PA, I was like, oh crap. So I took it like nothing, you know. So it took me some time to adjust when I came out here because it was so quiet. I came out here 94, 95, and we had a little bit of snow, and that's the first time I ever saw snow.
Okay.
Fell in love with the snow.
Really?
I did. I fell in love with the snow.
Oh, wow.
And we were out here, fell in love with the snow, and we had that blizzard. That was the first time. I think blizzard of 95 or 96.
Right. Oh, we got a ton of snow.
Oh, my God, yes.
I think it was close to like 30-some inches, and then with the wind, it blew the snow drifts like 4, 5, 6 feet high.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was living up in the village, Lebanon Village.
Okay.
And that's where we stayed at and all that. And when we got that blizzard, we were out for almost, I think a couple of days of school.
Oh, yeah. It was like great. It was great vacation. Yeah.
And, you know, us, you know, as kids, we were daredevils, so we were jumping off the second story building.
Into the snow.
Into the snow, yes.
Wow.
Oh,
you just get buried.
Oh, yeah. Yes. But like I was saying, it took me a little time. Like I was telling Powers this story about when I first came out here. It was so that quiet, that quiet that I couldn't stand it.
Yeah.
You know,
I wanted to ask, You said it was quiet.
It was quiet because living in Puerto Rico, it's always loud, you know, gunshots everywhere, you know, and that was pretty my soothing, you know. I got used to it. I got used to the gunshots and all that stuff. So when I came out here and it was so quiet, I was like, I didn't know what to do. I used to put on the TV so it could make noise. I used to put on some
to like sleep and stuff.
To sleep, yeah. Just because I needed the noise.
Right.
I used to put on some stuff that sounded like gunshots. You know, just so I could fall asleep. You know, because I was that used to
immune to it, almost like
yes. You know, you hear it about that. You know, people be like, "Oh, you go to Puerto Rico, so beautiful, so beautiful."
Yeah,
but you gotta understand that. You know, every parts of the world there's beautiful and there's the worst parts. So that's where, you know, all that came from.
Yeah, because like you said, you grew up in I'd say a bad part of town.
It's pretty much the hood, you know, where I was at. Right now, like if you go to Puerto Rico and you try to go to that spot, you might go in, but you might not come out.
Wow,
so,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
And then to come here to PA, like you said, that transition of it is pretty peaceful and quiet, you know.
It is.
And probably a huge culture shock. I mean, was it?
It was. Because at that time, you know, I don't want to sound racist or anything, but at that time, it was just all, you know, pretty much like Caucasian white people.
Oh, back in the 90s. Yeah.
Yes.
Farmland.
And farmland, all that.
Sure.
Yeah. So it took me a lot to adjust, you know.
Yeah. Horse and buggies. You've probably never seen that before.
I'd never seen that before.
Dude, that's crazy.
I saw horse. There was a lot of wild horses in Puerto Rico.
Okay.
So I'm used to the horses. But the horse and buggies, no. The quiet life, no.
No.
You know, so
Yeah. Wow. So I mean, that definitely left an impact on you.
yes.
And you had mentioned seeing snow for the first time. You fell in love with it. It's funny because I feel like all the locals here are going to be like, maybe not everybody, but
Yeah.
they hate the snow, because you got to shovel
Well,
it.
now, like me living out here for 20 plus years, I'm beginning to hate it because I want that snow back then. I want those.
You want
that
the big snow?
I want the big snow. I want that.
I'm kind of with you on that one. I'm not going
You
to
know,
lie.
it's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's going to snow, why not go all out?
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Why have a couple inches of snow, 2 to 3 inches, turn it all into slush is like
It's
annoying.
pain in the ass. Yeah, because you got to shovel it. You got to be careful
Exactly.
driving.
Yeah.
But if it's 30-some inches or 3, 4, 5 feet,
I want to have fun in it.
yeah, no one's going anywhere. Right? You just
Exactly.
snow it in. Yeah,
That's it.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
So I mean, wow. I mean, you get here, boom, snowstorm of '96.
Yes.
Then you go to Lebanon High School,
Mm-hmm.
middle school probably at that time.
Yes.
Yeah. So what was that experience like?
Middle school experience was it was neat to me. It was a transition because when I was in Puerto Rico, I was in elementary school. Came out here, I had to redo my 5th grade year, so I did a little bit of elementary school because I didn't know English or anything like that. So I had to redo that. Well, my mom told me that she was the one that held me back.
Oh, shout out to mom though. She
Right?
did the right thing.
She
you know
did.
what I
She
mean? Like,
did. She did.
Yeah.
I didn't know any English, but now it's like I don't have the perfect English, but
No, it's really good. We're talking off air too.
Yes.
Like you're well spoken, and it's funny. I had to go through I don't want to say similar thing, but I went to Lebanon Catholic
Yes.
for like 3rd grade, and I know it's gonna sound silly, and some people know, some people don't. But I had to. I repeated 3rd grade at it was a Lebanon. What's the Lebanon Elementary School?
Southeast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I went to.
That's
yeah.
yeah. Southeast. I did. I think it was 2 years there, and then I got to Cedar Crest. But
Yeah.
because again, at Lebanon Catholic, they weren't teaching what Lebanon School District was teaching.
Exactly.
So my mom's like, "You should stay back," and it's
Yeah.
because then as I got older, kids would be like, "You're a year older than us. Why aren't you up with them?" And I'm like, "Well, it is what it is."
Yeah.
But so your mom's like, "Hey, this is what's best for you."
Yes. So she told me I got to repeat my 5th grade year. Well, I just found out earlier. I found out that she was the one that held me back. So I did that. Went on to 6th grade, and it was a different vibe. I grew up. I had all my friends and all that stuff. Made friends, but it was great. And at that time, doing my whole middle school year, that's when I truly found out that I was going to be an artist someday.
Okay.
Yes. My oldest brother, during middle school, I used to look over his shoulder. Peter. Shout out to Peter. I love that guy. I was the one that I was always looking over his shoulder. During my middle school years. Trying to learn a lot. What's, painting, drawing, and all that stuff. And that's when I won my first ever award.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. 2004.
2004.
2004.
Do you remember what you painted?
No, so at that time they started doing something with the cultures, so they were giving awards to, best, artist, different awards to different people of color.
Yeah.
So I was one of them. I forgot my teacher's name, but she was the one that was like, "Hey, I need you to come in after school. There's going to be an award ceremony and this and that, and you're one of them." I'm like, "Okay, whatever." I didn't know what I was going to win.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So I was there, and she called my name up, Jona Padilla. Well, on the plaque it says John, John Padilla.
How did they mess that up?
I don't know.
Dang.
And,
Come on, Lev.
my school years, I've been called John, Johnny. The most recent one, and I know Powers and all the coaching staff is gonna laugh about this. Okay, we were going up to, oh my God, I forgot what school we were playing, but we went to Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
Chick-fil-A.
I love Chick-fil-A.
Oh yeah, we went to Chick-fil-A, and I told them my name, Jona, Jona. I spelled it out for them. And
Jona,
all that.
yeah. I
Yes.
mean, even I was like, it's Jonah.
Yes. Yeah. Spelled it out for them and all that stuff. So my food comes up, and the lady looks at me, looks at the bag, looks at me, and was like, Joanna?
No.
Joanna.
Joanna.
Yes, Joanna.
You get Joanna.
I know, yes.
What?
So Joanna stuck with all the coaches.
No.
Yes, all the
Oh.
coaches.
So this was like, was this early in the season or?
This was early in the
Oh,
season.
dang.
Yes.
So they
Yeah.
the whole way they rode
the whole season. And I'm thinking it was gonna die down.
Right.
Nope.
No.
No. They were on my ass.
Wow.
All the time. Joanna, come on, Joanna.
Joanna. Man,
yeah.
Chick-fil-A, you guys got to do better. And
They have to.
They're like normally the standard.
Yes,
Chick-fil-A.
yes.
Yeah. Joanna.
But yeah.
Wow.
Like, throughout my
Yeah.
years, I've been called different names: John, Joanna, Johnny.
Yeah.
Everything. But she called up my name, and I see the plaque, and it's best artist. 2004. I don't have it here, but it was one of my deepest, my first ever. That means something to me. So I still have the plaque.
Do you?
Yeah, I still have the plaque. It's in my shop right now.
I was gonna say, is it?
Oh yeah, it's hung
shop?
up. Yeah, so everybody can see it.
That's
man.
awesome.
2004. That was my very, very first.
Yeah, that's where it all started.
That's where it all started. So I was like, you know what? I might have something to do with this art that I'm doing. Then I graduated to high school, and that's when I really got into sports.
That's a perfect segue because played multiple sports: football,
did.
basketball. You
Yes.
ran track, played baseball, and then
Yes,
maybe even some boxing, which
did a little bit of
which
boxing.
we could talk about.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yep. Because that's all I did in Puerto Rico. I did it was either boxing or baseball. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to go to the pros
Okay.
for one of those two sports. So I came out here and did a little bit more boxing at. I'm not sure if you remember Terry Warner's gym.
That sounds so familiar.
Yeah.
Where was that?
Warner's gym was right there right before the bridge on 9th Street.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I know
to the
where you're at.
left.
Yeah.
To the left.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a little building, and it was Warner's gym up there. You
Okay.
walk up the steps, and it would look like a rundown building, but
Yeah.
it was a boxing.
But it was nice inside.
Yeah,
That's
it was.
awesome.
It was. I did that for about 5 years.
Wow.
Yes.
Where it was like, and we'll get back to the high school sports, but
Mhm.
was your thought maybe go pro with
Yes.
boxing? or-
Yeah. I wanted to. I wanted to go pro. I wanted to do amateur, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I got into one little fight outside the gym, and he told me that I can't box anymore.
Wow. That probably was like hit hard.
It did hit hard. It did
Yeah.
hit hard. Growing up, I was pretty much a troubled kid. Didn't know my ways around anything because I also grew up without a father. So my father was never in my life, and I had, once I got to high school, that's when I started settling down. My brother Benny got on my ass and was like, "Yo, you better buckle up, or you're not gonna go nowhere."
Yeah. So like your older siblings kind of played the role.
Yes.
of-
Yeah. So a lot of people don't know Benny is younger than me.
Benny's younger than you.
Benny's younger than me. Yes.
Okay.
Just by a year.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. So you're
Yep.
close. You're real
Yes,
close.
yes. So I called him my younger, older brother. That's
Yeah.
right. That's what I call him.
Yeah.
Because he's so damn tall. And
He is. Yeah.
Yeah, he is. So he got my dad's genes because I got my mom's genes because I'm
Okay.
short.
Yeah.
So he told me I had to buckle up and
Get serious.
get serious if
Yeah.
I want to do anything in life. And that's why me and my brother were so close.
Do you remember what the fight like? Just had a just.
It
fight outside or-
was somebody that was also training in the gym, and he wanted to test me.
So why didn't you do it in the gym?
That's why I told him,
with
I'm
the
like,
coach.
yo,
Yeah.
I was like, we could spar.
Right.
you
That's what
know?
I'm thinking.
We
yeah.
could have a sparring session and all that. But he was like, nah, you know what? Let's just do it outside. I was like, all right, gloves off, boom.
Did anything happen to him? Do you remember? Like
No, nothing. I really don't remember.
Yeah.
Because as soon as Warner told me I can't come back anymore, I was just devastated. I was like, you know what, whatever, I'm out. Never heard from the kid again.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Do you mind talking about? There's a lot of people listening and future listeners that might be in a similar situation, and don't have a father or a role model like that to look up. So what was it for you, or how did you, you're successful, you have your own business, which we're going to talk about. What do you attribute to that without having a father?
Having a father is hard. Like, I know of my dad. I finally met him 2 years ago when me and my wife took a trip to Puerto Rico. And growing up, you have to grow up fast since you didn't have that male figure in the house.
Mm-hmm.
I had my stepdad, but he wasn't really nothing. I love him, yes, because he was in my life for 6 years, but was he a real good father to me? No, not really. So I had to grow up fast. My brothers had to grow up fast. I had to look up to my older brother, for guidance. And I see some of the friends that I had growing up during middle school, and I was jealous of that because I wanted that. I wanted a dad that can tell me, hey, you're doing this wrong. Hey, you need to buckle up, So it was hard for me, crying at night sometimes because that's all I wanted. I wanted, to look to my side and, hey, this is how you change a tire. This is how you change the oil to your car or whatever.
Those man things.
Yeah.
Those guy things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So my mom, she knew that we were getting older, so she had to step up and she played both roles, all by herself, raising 4 boys all by herself.
God bless her.
Yes.
Yeah.
She is she's my hero,
She's your rock.
Yeah, she's my rock. I got to give my, everything to her. So she played both roles. She told me how to pretty much how to do everything. If I fall, I got to get up, Yeah.
Shout out to mom.
Oh, yes.
Let's take it back. So your mom, 4 brothers,
Yes.
all boys.
All boys.
Like we said, God bless her. She's a saint, And then I'm sure you all played sports. I mean, like we said,
Yes, we all did.
You played all these sports. So now, what was that like in high school? You're still doing the art thing.
Yes.
Take me through kind of like high school. You have a nickname,
Flash.
Yes. How'd you get that nickname?
So during middle school, I wasn't really, excuse me, I wasn't really doing anything with myself. I didn't know I had these abilities. My brother was the one that introduced me to football, because baseball wasn't really nothing out here at that time. Boxing, I left boxing. So my brother got me into football. I started playing with the Lebanon Cowboys, for a little bit. And that's why I'm a Dallas fan, okay?
Yeah, all right. Let's just address the elephant in the room because, I always look up the guests a little bit and try to do a little bit of research. So on Instagram, I was scrolling through. I saw you were at Jerry's World. I mean, you were down there.
I was. Oh, my God. And if you haven't gone there.
I haven't. I would love to go.
Oh, my God.
Just to see it.
It's amazing. No matter what fan.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's an Eagles fan saying that. I'd like to go see it.
No matter what fan base there is, man. It's an awesome experience.
Yeah.
It's an awesome experience.
And you saw my photo with Jason Kelsey.
Yes.
I was photographing a Temple football game.
Yes.
And they were playing, bums, I'm going to draw a blank here. Yeah, Cincinnati.
Yeah, because he went to Cincinnati.
Thank you. Yes, he went to Cincinnati, yes. So, yeah, I just saw him there and his wife, and I'm like, you know what? This is my shot. Like, I'm never going to get this close to the guy. So I went over and I'm like, hey, Kelsey, do you mind if we, get a picture together? Oh, sure. So, that's how we got that photo over there. And again, just playing midget football, that's why you became a Cowboys fan?
That's why I became a Cowboys fan.
Eagles or Steelers or
nothing. Nope. I wore a star.
Oh, that makes sense.
That makes sense.
And
the star's always with me.
I respect it. It.
So,
like we were saying too. I mean, Eagles had a fire start. Shit the bed. The Dallas Cowboys look good. I mean, I was worried. I'm like, man, they're gonna go. They could go all the way. And then
I didn't get my hopes up though.
Yeah,
because every year it's always the same thing.
It is.
They choke up.
Same thing with the Eagles. It's like,
yeah,
they look promising.
So back to back to me playing football and all that with my brother. I started to fall in love with football, so I wanted to pursue it. And then go on to middle school, play a little bit of middle school football as well. Shouts out to Mr. Sparrow. He thought that I was a quarterback, but I wasn't no quarterback.
He wanted you to be a quarterback?
Yeah, he did.
What?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, he thought that I was going to be the next Lamar Jackson. So.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that.
Yeah, so
quarterback's tough.
Nope. Oh, yeah, quarterback is
I would
tough.
never want that position.
No, I was like, nah, this is not for me. So the following year, I changed my position right away, slot receiver. I was a runner. During middle school, how I got the nickname Flash was I wasn't really doing anything during the winter season or the spring season, because football just ended and all that. So we had Olympic Day. I don't know if they still have that.
What was that like?
It was great. That's how I fell in love with the Olympics as well.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because doing all these events.
Yeah. All right. So you'd throw the
shot put, javelin, whatever. So they had all these sprinting events at that dirt track that they have in the middle school. So my teacher goes and says, hey, Jona, you should sign up to do these running events. And I did them. I lost one race. That's it. I came in second place.
Oh, wow, you're dominating.
Yeah, so I was dominating.
Yeah.
And she looks at me and she goes, you know what, Jona? you remind me of this comic book character named the Flash. So I had one of my closest friend, his name is Levi, and he overheard that. So that's all he kept calling me was, oh, yo, Flash, yo, Flash, yo, Flash. I'm like, yo, that's not my name. So I wanted to know who this Flash character was. I looked him up, started reading the comics, fell in love with the Flash. So the name stuck, ever since. So that's why.
That's awesome.
That's why I got the nickname Flash, because I was fast.
You're faster than anybody.
Not faster than anybody, so.
Yeah, so throughout the sports, what was your favorite sport? Like, what did you like to play the most?
So.
Would you say football?
No, actually not.
No. Oh, that's surprising.
It is.
Yeah.
Like, I love football. If I could play it again, I would do it all over again. But when I got up to the high school and I knew that I can race up against anybody, that's where track came into play. I couldn't play baseball. I got cut from the team or whatever, Long story, don't want to get into it.
Okay, I was just gonna ask.
Yeah, I don't want to get into it. They had a lot of favoritism, so it's whatever.
Politics and bullshit like that.
So I'm like, all right, whatever. I was crying since I couldn't make the team, and the track coach comes up to me and was like, hey, why don't you try out for track? I heard that you were fast. My brother was already on the track team, Benny. Go up there and started running track. Fell in love with it, doing the 100, 200. 4x1, 4x4.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
All the sprinting events.
Yeah, all the sprinting events.
All the sprinting events.
Man.
Give it to me.
No, not for me.
Yes.
No. That must have made you feel good though, as being a young athlete. That the track coach came to you and was like, "Hey, I heard you're fast. You're an athlete. Why don't you try track?"
Yes.
Like that had to boost your.
It did. So I was like, I don't want to run. I don't want to run for long distance. All that stuff. So he was like, No, it's not all about that. There's short distance events. So I was like, all right, whatever. Go out there and ran in my freaking feet. Boom, that's it. And my brother was like, hey, look, we could do something here. And we did.
Nice. All right. So track was your favorite.
Track was my favorite.
Very cool.
Oh,
Mr. Powers, don't hold it against him.
Yeah, don't hold it against me.
Yeah. Yeah, let's take a sip break. You're doing phenomenal.
Thank you. I was nervous earlier.
Yeah, I know. I mean, now you're like a natural. I think you're better than me. You should be over here. Seriously.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, when did you realize that you were pretty good at tattooing? Like, do you remember your first tattoo?
During high school, I got my first tattoo. And
is it on your arm or?
It's on my arm. It's covered up now. Like
okay.
I drew it and I didn't like it. Years later.
Okay.
So
What was it?
It was just a cross. It was just saying one love, mom.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
Mom tattoo.
Yeah,
that's a good first one, right?
That's a good first one.
Yeah,
she gave me permission for that one first.
There you go.
Yes.
That's for everybody listening.
Yes.
Get permission.
She gave me permission for my first one.
That's awesome.
And then basketball season, I got my initials on my calves. And I knew I'm like, yo, you could put art on your body? Like, this is what I want to do, Tattooing came after I graduated, all right? I had a minor setback after I graduated. I wanted to go to college. I wanted to do something with sports and all that stuff. And it kind of set me back. I got in a little trouble, ended up doing a little bit of jail time. When I was in there, that's when my true art ability came in, So I hate talking about it. But when I was in there, drawing all the time, sitting in a jail cell, all that stuff, it wasn't for me. I was like, I'm going to get out and I'm going to do something.
Yeah, make something.
Yes. So I got out. 2010, I got out. My wife stuck with me throughout the whole time, that I was in there. And she gave me my first tattoo machine. Didn't know what it was at first, So it was hard for me to get a job because of the background that I had. I was applying here and there, couldn't get a job. Finally got a job, warehouse job, and I was doing good at it. I was 6 months into it. My wife gives me my machine February for a Valentine's Day gift, and my little brother, the youngest one, he's like, yo, you should give me a tattoo. I'm like, no, I don't know what I'm doing,
Yeah.
So he's like, yo, you already know how to draw. You already know how to paint. You already know how to do all this stuff. Yeah. It's going to come easy. I'm like, no.
It's just on the body now. Yeah.
Exactly. So he kept bothering me. And I finally caved in and I said, you know what? Okay, let's do it. So I gave him his first tattoo and it was a couple stars on his arm.
Okay.
He still has them.
Does he? Yeah.
He does.
That's awesome.
He still has them to this day. And I was like, oh, okay, wow. So he showed everybody and everybody started messaging me, hitting me up, was like, yo, Jona, let me get a tattoo. Let me get a tattoo. And I was like, no, I'm not that good. I just doodle.
Yeah.
It was never supposed to take off. It was just because my wife was like, here, have fun. Do whatever you want to do with it. Fast forward 6 months. 6 months into it, I quit my full-time job that I had.
Yeah.
And I was like, I need to pursue tattooing because everyone's hitting me up. I think I can make a little bit of money on it. She goes and says, I will support you in whatever you want to do. Okay? Boom. So my oldest brother was dating some girl, and she used to get tattoos by somebody. So I kept telling her, I'm like, hey, figure out if she could teach me how to tattoo. This lady. And she was like, no, I'm not going to pick up an apprentice or nothing like that. So I was like, crap, man, what am I going to do? So I'm tattooing in my, we didn't have a basement. So I was tattooing in a room.
In the house.
In the house.
Yeah.
That's it. It was a room in the house. And it was going to be my firstborn. It was his room,
Okay,
it was the nursery.
But you weren't using it for nothing. So
no, we weren't using it at first for nothing.
Yeah.
So I'm tattooing in my son's,
That's great. Yeah.
So making a little bit of money, doing okay. And I kept, being annoying to that lady. I'm like, hey, I really want to learn. Please.
Yeah.
Like,
get to the next level.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yep. Fast forward 3 months later, she took me as an apprentice,
Wow.
Oh yeah. Took me as an apprentice. I learned a little bit, not from her. Long story, not going to get into it. She got rid of me. All right. So I was looking over a great buddy of mine. His name was Aaron Zimmerman. Shout outs to Aaron. Looking over his shoulder and learned a lot from him. Left that shop, went to Touch of Ink. I was at Touch of Ink for about maybe about a year, learning a lot. Jeff Steger.
Okay.
I don't know if you ever heard the name, Jeff Steger.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was my boy, Jeff Steger. Shouts out. Him, learned a lot from him. Left there and just started, left pretty much, didn't leave the tattoo world, but went back to working because I wasn't really making money. So got a part-time job and all that.
I was going to say with a child on the way.
Yes. So I had to, pick it up,
So you went back to working at like a warehouse or what?
Yes, I did. So I went back to working as a warehouse just for a little bit, Well,
I was going to say too, and I don't want to cut you off, but I want to talk about some things, while, you don't want to talk too much about it, but while you're in jail, I'm sure like your creative, your drawing, that was probably like an outlet for you.
Yes,
you know what I mean? To express yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. So being in that cell, just doodling, that true art ability came out. So I knew that I wanted to do something with my art. If it was being a fashion designer, because I also wanted to be a fashion designer.
Okay.
I had during middle school, I had like a little book,
No way.
filled with pages of just dresses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy.
Oh
Jonah.
yeah.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Well, you definitely got style. I can see it.
I try.
Yeah.
So I had a book and it was filled with a lot of like dresses, female dresses. I wanted to be a fashion designer, and I gave that up because one person saw it, and I'm sorry, but he called me gay. I don't want to offend anybody. So he was like
bullying you.
Yeah, he was
being a
bullying
jerk.
me. So what I did, I took that book and I threw it away.
No,
Yes.
dude, that would be something. If you had that
Exactly.
to have in the shop.
Yes. So I had that book, I threw it away, and I see a lot of like fashion designers that are, millionaires, billionaires and all that. I'm like, man, I could have been one of those.
You could have, for sure.
So.
Dang, it's amazing how like, especially when you're younger, the influences that other kids have. Like, if anybody's listening and you're in middle school, high school, I don't know who all listens. The age group ranges, but like, dude, just be nice to everybody.
Oh,
man.
yes,
like,
yes.
Your words can really affect people.
Words do hurt.
Yeah.
Words do hurt.
They can change someone's whole course of life. You know?
Yes.
So you're doodling, you're drawing, you're kind of like honing in on your craft.
Yes.
You love doing it. Then you get the warehouse job. You get out the warehouse job. Your wife, is that Heather?
Yes, Heather.
Heather, shout out to Heather, phenomenal.
Oh,
She gets you the tattoo gun, the equipment,
Yes.
the machine. But man, a warehouse job, that must like suck the soul out.
It sucked.
Of you.
It did suck because I had a setback because this is what I wanted to do. Like,
Right.
I wanted to pursue tattooing. So once I had that minor setback, I was like, you know what? Let me just go full force. And she was in it. I didn't start making money, until maybe a year or two later.
Yeah.
After I got my clientele up. you know. So
So when would this have been roughly? What time is this now?
I'm gonna say 2013, because we already had our second child.
Okay.
Yes. So 2010, I had my first child. 2011, I had my second. And then her and we kind of like split up for a little bit. And that's when I had to go back to a warehouse job. And then I was like, you know what? No, I can't do this. I can't.
You'd be lying to yourself to go back to that job.
Exactly.
Because it's not who you are.
Exactly.
It's not who you're meant to be.
Yes.
Yeah.
So during that time, I was getting a haircut by Ty and Nigel.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. On Cumberland Street?
Right there.
At their place?
Walnut. It was
Himmy's.
Himmy's.
Yeah.
So
I was in there once. I went there. Yeah. That was the first time I met Ty.
So they were both working
when
there.
I had hair. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they knew that I was tattooing a little bit. Okay. And they knew that I was getting a lot better. So they were like, yo, why don't you ask Brad to see if he could, get you a spot up there? I'm like, no, whatever. I'm like, if you talk to him, that's fine. So I received a phone call from Brad. Calls me up. He was like, hey, man, I hear that you're a good tattoo artist. Would you like to start your own little business? And I was like, shit, let's do it.
Yeah.
I want to get back into it. So I was still tattooing a few people here and there during my little setback when I was working
out of the house.
Yeah. So my ex at the time was like, because me and Heather, we kind of split up, and my ex goes and says, if you take this job, you and I are no longer going to be together.
What, the tattoo job?
Yes.
So she's right away shooting you down.
Yes.
She's not letting you chase your dreams.
And it was because, because she knew that Heather was the one that started this whole thing for me.
Oh, so it's like
it was a little jealous
thing. Yeah.
So I was like, man, whatever. Like, this is me. This is what I want to do.
Right.
You
clearly have a talent for it. I mean, since middle school, people have been telling you.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
So I told him, I'm like, yes, let's do it. I want to meet up. Boom. And he was like, yo, okay. I met up with him, and it was like the whole upstairs of Himmy's.
Okay.
It was going to be me. So we started painting, remodeling, and all that stuff. And
yeah, because I never been upstairs. I was just in Ty's area. So the owner of Himmy's is like, hey, I'm gonna set you up with your whole spot upstairs. That'd be all you.
All me.
Wow.
Boom. And I was like, oh crap, let's do it.
Yeah.
So ended up doing that, and me and Heather got right back together, and we started building our own little business. From then on, I was like, this is what I'm called for. Because everyone's out here for, they got a purpose in life, right?
Oh, for sure. I believe that.
So I'm like, this is my calling. I'm going to go in, balls deep, boom.
Yeah.
That's it.
Go all in. I like it.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So we did that, and it started to explode, man. People were, yo, you got to go to Jona. You got to go see Flash. Yo, you got to do this. You got to do that. And I was like, hey, babe, like, this is going to be something, So we did that. I was with him I was up there, I'd say maybe about 2 years, almost 3. And then I was stuck, because I wanted to learn a lot more.
Okay.
All I was doing was just little lettering stuff, little butterflies, all the typical small tattoos that you can get.
I don't want to say basic, but like the starter stuff. Like,
yes,
kind of
exactly.
easy.
Yes. So I was stuck. I wanted to learn a lot more, so I decided to look everywhere to see where I can go to a shop that I can learn and I can expand, So I finally found Addiction Tattooing. Lisa Howard. And I asked her.
Oh, yeah. Are they still?
They used to be below the quality.
Quality
in, days in, whatever.
Yeah, yes. I think everybody's had a couple drinks in there, a couple parties in there. Yeah,
yes.
Okay. So I know where you're at.
So I was there, and I was with her for about 4 to 5 years with her, and I learned a lot. And shouts out to her, man. She's a great artist. So I decided to break away from that and go somewhere else because I wanted to learn a lot more, So then I ended up going with 717, 717 Tattoo. Did that for a little bit, for almost a year and a half. Pandemic happens. Boom. That's it.
Yeah, changed everything.
Pandemic happens, and pretty much every business, every small business, unessential worker, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, that nonsense.
Yes, that stopped everything, and it put a hold on us. So I was like, man, we just got this house. We have our family. We're building everything up, and I don't want to stop. Her and I, we decided to use one of the rooms at our house and use it as a little tattoo studio. I was tattooing during the pandemic.
Nice, yeah.
Right in the pandemic.
Yeah, you got to find a way to make money for sure. Like,
of course, because I didn't want to go back to 9 to 5. No offense to everybody that's doing a 9 to 5 job, but that wasn't me.
Especially the warehouse thing. I don't see you being in a warehouse.
No.
You got to talk. You're more, a people person. Plus the creative. I mean, in a warehouse, you just, like I said, you lose your mind.
Exactly.
You just do the same thing
over and over.
Yeah.
You wake up and you're like a robot.
Exactly.
I don't want to be a robot.
Yeah. To rewind a little bit, when you were at Himmy's, what do you think was the driving force of, like, because you said it really kind of started blowing up for you. What do you think was the reason?
The reason is I was in a spot. I wasn't in my house. I wasn't in a basement. I was in an actual business. I was there, and I was getting known from the barbers. The barbers were like, "Oh, hey, listen, you could get a cut, and you can go upstairs and get a tattoo."
They're shouting you out, yeah.
So it was like, oh, 2 and 2 together. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Bang out.
Two birds, one stone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
it was a lot of word of mouth.
Yeah. A lot of advertising. Merchandise, all this and that.
Okay.
So that's when I started to be like, you know what, I can do something with this.
Gotcha.
And I tried taking this to the next level.
Fast forward, then, boom, COVID hits. So you resource back into doing it at home because you got to make money.
Yes.
And you don't want to lose everything you just learned
exactly.
by not practicing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So while I was at 717, they treated 717 treated it as a job.
Okay.
It wasn't like, you go there, tattoo, have fun, interact with everybody. It was almost like a 9 to 5 job. I wasn't liking that. I was getting a paycheck every week. Everything that I make, they'll take half of it.
Oh.
So it was like I was losing a little bit too.
So it's kind of like because again, I don't know the tattoo world, but it's like hairstylists, right? They can rent a chair.
Yes.
That's kind of what.
Yes, it was pretty much what I was doing.
Yeah.
But for 717, they were doing percentage, taking 50% of everything that I make.
50%.
Yes.
Yeah. That sounds steep.
It is.
Yeah.
So I was losing a little bit. So then during the pandemic, I was doing other things as woodworking. I was making benches.
Wow.
Just to make a little bit of extra money. And that's one thing that I found out that I can do. I can do woodwork.
How'd you figure that out?
I was like, I
did that go?
I saw a bench on Instagram one day, and I was like, I want to make one for my wife. Boom, made one for my wife. I still have it.
Wow.
It's like the prototype.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's great.
And she was like, you should make more. But make it sturdier. Make it with this type of wood. Do this. Do that. Yeah. You know how every wife wants something done around the house.
Yeah, especially once they figure out you can do it.
Exactly.
If you're good at it. That's the thing, guys.
Man.
Don't let your wives know that you're good at something like cleaning the house or this and that, because then all of a sudden it's like.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
I'm also good at sewing, so that she's always wants me to sew something.
And then it goes back to the journal. Like, man, you're born to be a creative. So
yes. I knew I was sent out here for a reason. What I mean? So I didn't know I was going to do all this. Yeah, so during the pandemic, doing benches and all that stuff, selling. I sold a few benches, man. It was good. I want to continue doing that too, eventually, not now.
Yeah, I was gonna say you got a lot going on, which we'll get into with the business.
So then, 6 months into the pandemic, I told her, I'm like, hey, I think it's time for us to open up our own shop.
6 months into the pandemic.
6 months into the pandemic.
Was she looking at you like you're crazy, or
no?
What?
We both was like, I think it's time. She wasn't looking at me crazy because she was the one that started all this for me. So she was, ride or die. We started looking at spots. We found one that we really like right there in Palmyra, the corner, busy street,
nice,
busy intersection. So I called the guy up right away and I said, hey, I really like this spot. What's my next step? What can we do? And everything pretty much went high, skyrocketed, all the prices and all that stuff. And it was well worth on my pay rate, price range. I sent them all my information and all that. I went and we went and looked at the spot. There was already a business there. But the lady that was there, she gave us a little tour was not a big shop, but it was something that I can start out with. And I was like, babe, I think we could do this. I'm like, it's in our price range. Let's just do it. She goes, all right, let's go. Boom. Filled out the application and all that. Didn't hear nothing from him. Didn't hear nothing from him. And I kept bothering him.
Like, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on? Did you get my application? Boom. Oh, yeah, we're looking at it. We're showing it to 2 more people and see how they are.
Oh, damn.
Yes. The lady goes and calls the guy up. They
gave you a tour. They
gave me a tour. And she said, and because the guy, he told me, that the lady pretty much gave you this spot.
Wow. Yes. She's like, it goes to
Jonah. This guy.
Yeah, it goes to this guy.
It goes to this guy.
He deserves it. I want him to have it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And it was the way that I presented myself. People wanted to turn into a little, vape shop or whatever it was. No. Yeah, so
many vape shops.
Yeah, so because I'm next to a vape shop, so they were going to do another vape shop, so they didn't want that. And the lady goes and says, "Hey, man, this is the guy. He's very, presentable. He's a people person. This and that."
Yeah.
Like, boom. So the guy calls me up and says, "Hey, can you get this amount of money, and send it to me, and it's yours."
Wow, like up front, like this
up front.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right. I was like, give me 2 weeks. Give me 2 weeks, and
I can do it.
And I can do it. For right now, take it off the market. I want this spot. And he's like, all right, cool. Boom.
Dude, that's phenomenal. Shout out to that lady. Because again,
Yes.
that's a confidence boost. Like, she saw something in you.
Yes.
Because you probably never met her before. She was
never
a total
met her.
stranger. Yeah.
Never met her before.
But she's like, this is the guy that needs this spot.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that crazy how the world works? Like,
exactly.
how things work out.
Yeah, man. So being nice goes a long way.
Yeah, and be yourself. That's who
yourself.
you are, though.
That's who you are. You have to be yourself.
As soon as you came in, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a good episode. Like, I just got that feeling, Yeah, let's take a sip break.
I wanted my wife to be here, man. I wanted to, so you can meet her too.
Well, we can always run it back, and I got a second mic. We can get Heather on the mic. Seriously, yeah. I don't know. Sometimes, and this is what got me. I texted you and said, "Hey, you still good?" "Yeah, I'm good." And you're like, "I'm nervous, right?" Yes. A lot of guests come on and they'll be sitting in the same chair you are, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm nervous. And in your case, like, dude, you're tattooing, it's permanent on people's skin. It is. That's, to me, nerve-wracking.
Every tattoo that I do to this day, I still get nervous.
Yeah. But this is nothing. I mean, you're like a pro.
No, I'm not a pro.
Well, a lot of guests have said the same thing. Everyone's like, "Oh, I'm so nervous." And I feel like as humans, it's just natural to be nervous because something different, something new. But, like, to me, it's like, it's not... You're not doing surgery. You're not.
But you're putting art, man. Like,
you are. Yeah,
I am. Yes.
I won't want to do what you're doing. The podcast thing.
Oh yes.
It's not as nerve wracking as people think, especially once we get going. Yeah. But Heather, so what does she do? Like, what's her role? So boom, you get the building.
Yes.
Start to remodel and everything, and you open up the tattoo parlor, a Piece of Perfection tattoo studio.
Yes.
So take me through like that whole experience. What's Heather's role? Is she in it full time with you? Like,
so at the time, when we got the building, she was a full-time LPN, and she still to this day is a full-time LPN. When we opened up, we went full force. Remodeled some of the stuff, and she was taking care of all the business stuff. I'm just the artist.
Yeah.
Yeah. So getting the social media up, getting, our business cards, our, advertisement, merchandise, all that stuff, she was doing that, and getting everything ready, doing my aftercare sheets, my consent forms, all that stuff.
All the important stuff.
All the important stuff that I lacked at. And she still to this day still tells me, "Hey, we got to do this, we got to do that, we got to do this."
That's awesome. That's yin and yang right there.
Yeah. Oh yes. And then we fast forward a little bit, got the shop up and running. We did a little soft opening in December of 2020, December of 2020. And we did a full opening February, so towards the time that she bought me my first tattoo machine.
Yeah.
I wanted it to be something special that we can remember. So we did a grand opening in February. Boom. We had so many people come in, a little bit of traffic, because they started seeing that, what's this spot opening up?
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah. So then they started seeing, our big logo. Oh, a tattoo shop. There's another tattoo shop, that just popped up in Palmyra. So they're like, oh, we gotta visit. We gotta see who these people are. And that's where it took place, man. And thank God, 3 years later, we're still open. The doors are still open. Oh yeah, we're gonna be going on 3 years in February.
That's awesome. Wow.
Oh yes,
Because that's not easy. I forget what the percentage is, but a majority of businesses, I feel like 50% or more within the first year or two.
yes, that's what I heard.
Fail.
Your first year, your first and second year are your hardest years, just to keeping the door open and all that stuff. But thankfully, I made a name for myself, 3 years ago before I even opened up the shop, and my name was already kind of big, so that's why our business, my wife and I business, strived. It was up and running right away.
Yeah,
So
you already had like clientele.
I had my clientele. I built up my clientele. So, thankfully I had that, under my belt. And she was like, if it fails, it fails, and we'll just start all over again. So she was that, knowing that it might fail, and if it fails, boom.
But you don't know unless you take that step.
Exactly. So we took a big step, even during the pandemic when everything was pretty much shut down and all that. We took that big risk, and look
Still paying off, yeah.
Exactly.
And you love what you're doing.
I love it.
That's the biggest thing.
I love it.
So how'd you come up with the name A Piece of Perfection?
So, A Piece of Perfection. She always looked at my tattoos all the time. She's my biggest critic. Oh, you could do this better. Oh, you could do this better. Perfect this. Perfect that. Be yourself. You know what I mean? Just a little bit of perfection. Boom. As soon as she said that, that's what I'm gonna call it. Perfection.
Yeah.
And she was like, no, just don't call it perfection. Boom. I was like, everybody in this world always wants to be perfect.
They strive for
They
it.
strive for it.
Yeah.
Okay. So
100%. Yeah.
so if we just give a little piece, and that's where it came. I'm like, a piece of perfection.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
A piece of perfection, and it stuck. You know what I mean? Because she, even to this day, me winning some awards and all that stuff, she still is my biggest critic.
Yeah.
So she's like, hey, I think you could do this a little better.
Dang.
Always trying to
keeps
strive.
you in line.
Oh yeah.
Always
yeah.
strive for
She
for
is my
perfection.
biggest supporter, and I love her for that.
That's awesome. Yeah. And that's great because to have like she's your rock, your mom's your rock, but then for her to be like, hey, you could do a little better here, it's like keeps you on your toes.
Oh yes. She keeps me on my toes and tells me, man, like even before I post up a picture or any of my tattoos, I don't think you should post it up. I think you could get that person to come back for another session and tweak this a little bit. Boom. All right, bet. Always.
That's phenomenal. Yeah. I feel like everybody needs that, or if you have somebody like that in your life, you can go pretty far.
Yes. Oh
yeah.
yes.
Yes.
For sure.
Do you remember what your first like tattoo was that you did in your studio?
Actually, yes, I do. My first tattoo that I did, and she's gonna be mad. Well, she was mad because she was supposed to be my first client at the studio, but I ended up doing this one guy that came in and he wanted on his forearm. And if you scroll back on my Instagram, you'll see it. It's 2 doves with roses and stuff. And I was like, boom, let me put it out there. That's my first tattoo that I did in the shop. She was a little upset about that.
Oh, Heather wanted to be the first.
She wanted to be the first one. Yes.
Jona, you did her dirty.
I
like
know.
that.
But I had to.
Yeah.
I had to. Make money.
Was there a reason for Palmyra? It's just like that was the spot.
There is a reason, and number one reason was in Lebanon. There's so many shops that just popped up out of nowhere.
There's a lot, yeah.
There's great artists, and there's like the not so great. I don't talk bad about nobody. I know you got to start from. I started from the bottom.
Yeah, everybody starts.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't talk crap about no other artists. More power to you guys. If whoever's listening, if you're an artist, continue doing it. You'll get there someday. And don't give up. So that's why Palmyra. At first I was gonna go all the way to Hummelstown because there's really nothing out there.
Yeah.
I didn't know if there was anything out there. So to my eyes, there was nothing out there. Make a little business. It's close to Harrisburg, so get a lot more traffic. And then the spot in Palmyra just came into play, and it's busy street. One shop was only there, so I was like, let me be the second shop. That's why I moved to Palmyra. It's nothing against Lebanon. I just didn't know if I was gonna get that busier or that more of a clientele.
Yeah, with all the competition here.
Exactly.
Locally, for sure.
So like if you count, there's at least 10, 11 new shops.
It does seem like tattoo parlors, phone stores opening up, or the vape.
Or the vape shop, yeah.
Now that's kind of dying down. I think it's
A
not
little bit.
as big as it was, but
Yes.
yeah, that's a smart move. You want to do what's best for your family, for the
Oh, yes.
business. Why, if you can, just go right to Palmyra. I mean, you got Hershey there. You're still close to Lebanon.
I still have my clientele from Lebanon, but I got more clientele from Harrisburg, Hershey.
I bet, yeah.
And pretty much all over the world too. So, which is great.
Wait, all over the world?
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
I've gotten people coming from Texas, from
What?
Florida. Yeah.
Are these people like the Texas? Is that people you met down at the Cowboys game, or?
Well, some people have family out here, so when they visit, they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna get tattooed by Jona."
Dude,
So,
that's awesome.
oh, yeah,
Wow, that's really cool.
yes.
Okay.
And also, I've I met a lot of people during when I go to the tattoo conventions and all that. So
Okay, so
Yeah.
like, what is that like? Where are those at?
so people, the conventions are everywhere around this world. So I like to keep it local, as local as I can, so some of the local clientele can go and visit me doing my work at a convention. So this week I'm going to Philly. So
Okay.
Yep, Villain Arts. So shout out to them. I love those guys. Villain Arts, their shows are the biggest shows that I've been to, and I love it.
Wow.
It's another world.
Like, you can have a booth, or you just kind of go in and
Yeah, I'll have a booth and Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I'll be tattooing.
you're gonna be tattooing.
Yes.
Whoa. Bro, so is Heather gonna come along to do like social media and stuff? Like,
Yeah.
get some photos. and videos?
She takes photos, she takes
Yeah.
videos, all that stuff. So
Nice.
Oh yeah. So speaking of convention, like now if we could get into that, my first award that I won was at a
Yeah.
convention. Besides my award that I won in middle school, my very first award is when I went with Lisa to one of these tattoo conventions, and I'm tattooing, not knowing anything, not knowing the convention world. And I was like, you know what, let me just put this tattoo into it. And I took home second place best comic because I like to do a lot of comic book pieces.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Spider-Man, Batman.
All that stuff.
Yeah.
So speaking of Spider-Man, it was one of the Spider-Mans. Her name was Silk. I tattooed Silk on this lady, and it took second place.
And this is your first time at a convention?
My second time.
Second time.
Second time at the convention. My first convention was same year, 2017, and we were doing Wildwood. I fell in love with it. I didn't compete, but I was tattooing.
Okay.
Boom. I love the energy. I love me interacting with other artists and all that stuff, and that's what pretty much drew me to the other side of the tattooing business, of tattooing world.
Yeah, the atmosphere.
Yes,
Yeah.
atmosphere, man. Linking up with a lot of artists and all that stuff. So 2017 was my very first tattoo convention. Didn't compete, and then went on to. They don't have this convention anymore, but it's down in Lancaster. It was War of the Roses.
That sounds awesome.
Oh yeah,
War of the Roses.
War of the Roses. This tattoo took home second place, and that's when I was like, you know what? If I can compete and win awards and all that stuff, this is what I'm going to do. And since 2017, I've been doing conventions every year.
As much as you can.
As much as I can.
Okay.
I try to do at least 5 conventions a year.
Whoa.
This year, I'm doing 7.
Dang.
Oh, yeah.
That's a lot on top of running the shop.
Yes. So
Wow.
we spread it out. So Wildwood is always our biggest one. When I shut down the shop for almost a whole week, my wife and our family would go out to Wildwood, and we do a little vacation. And then during the weekend,
You
I'm
do
working.
it up. Yeah, do it right.
Oh,
So, let's talk about the items you brought, and there'll be photos on American Grown Podcast, Facebook, and Instagram. But, I mean, you have all kinds of plaques. You have an actual trophy.
Yes.
Yeah, so let's talk about them.
So 2017 was my first award. I didn't bring that one with. I have gotten a lot of second places, third places, awards, and I've been hunting, a first place award. I'm like, I need to get one. Boom. We went to Cherry Hill 2021, and I threw this little baby Groot on the back
Baby
of
Groot? Yeah.
Baby Groot.
Marvel? I love Marvel.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Marvel's.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I love it.
So, wait, on the back of, like, neck? Or
No,
leg,
on
or?
the back of the knee ditch. So
Okay.
the knee ditch.
Yeah.
So we did that, and I'm tattooing. I wasn't paying any mind, and boom, hear my name. All right. Shout out to Jona Padilla for doing this baby Groot, all this and that.
Yeah.
Boom. Did not know. Bam.
Because you're in the zone. You're tattooing.
I'm in the
everything.
zone because
Yeah.
I'm also trying to hustle, trying to get other people, other clients. Got first place, and I was like, man, it felt so great.
I was gonna say, what did it feel like? Yeah,
It
what
felt
was
it felt so great, you know, winning that award. Little did I know, I won 2 more awards that same convention.
Holy cow!
So I brought home 3 trophies.
You cleaned them out.
I didn't clean them out.
Still?
There's other artists out there that clean
Yeah.
house.
Okay,
Man. Oh,
but
it's
still, like,
amazing. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Oh yeah, you know, so I was very proud. You know,
Yeah.
me working extra hard, doing what I got to do, to be where I'm at today. You know, and winning these trophies and
Right.
awards. That was from Cherry Hill 2021. The biggest one, like when you go to these bigger shows, they're called Villain Arts. I'm pretty sure there's a lot bigger, more conventions, invitational only, and all that stuff. Which I'll get to this one. Then, winning a trophy at a Villain Arts show is big.
Okay.
You know, so this is where Villain Art comes to play. I've been going to Wildwood since 2017, competing since I've been there. You know,
Right.
following years, didn't win an award, nothing. And I kept going. You know,
Persistence.
Yes.
Yeah, you got to be persistent. Yeah.
So this past year, you know, I go in and I did one of my best tattoos that I've done to this day yet. There was a hole. Took me 2 days, you know, back to back 2 days.
2 days of work.
2 days of work, the back of the leg.
Okay.
You know, all black and gray with a little bit of color infused. Put that up. I was like, you know what? Let me just put it up. Whatever. If I win, I win. If I don't, you know, I'm just putting my name out there because a lot of people.
For sure.
Yes, and from the years from when I started to now, you could see the difference of the tattoos that I've done when I first started to now. When my name was called, I was like, my jaw dropped. You know, because
You're shocked. You're like,
yeah, you know, you're shocked because Villain Arts, they're big. They have shows every month. They have even shows every month, shows pretty much every week. They do more than 100 shows, man.
Holy cow.
Yes.
And it's all like big name tattoo
Big
artists.
name
and stuff.
tattoo artists. You're going
Yeah.
up bigger people that, you know, that have been tattooing, for years.
Years and years, yeah.
Yes. So you're competing with everybody from all over the world.
And you just threw it in like a shot in the dark. You're just
Boom.
like,
There we
see
go.
what happens.
Yes. Every convention that I do, I look at the category and I'll put it in black and gray. That's my specialty, black and gray. Realism, Japanese, whatever it is. Boom, I'll put it out there. The girl that I tattooed, she also works for me now.
What?
So yeah,
Jeez.
so she comes to Wildwood with me.
Yeah.
I tattooed her 2 days back to back. Man, everybody was loving this tattoo. And I put it up on something else, it didn't win. Put it up on something else, didn't win. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, man, like
Starting to question, like, what the
yeah,
heck?
it's like
Yeah.
what happened? Like everyone loves this. They're like shocked. They're amazed by this piece. Boom. Next thing you know, I'm tattooing my buddy that came up as well, and she comes back with 2 awards from this Wildwood convention.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nah, you're lying.
Right.
That's not for me. You're
Yeah.
lying.
Yeah. You're messing
Yeah.
with me.
Oh yeah. My wife is super happy because this is one that I was hunting for, man. Like
Yeah.
Wildwood, I've been there since 2017 and didn't award until last year, which is great.
That's phenomenal, man.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
So I won.
You got it.
This
I
is
see it?
best. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can. Second place, best black and gray, color infused. Oh man,
That's awesome.
it is.
Very, very
It's
cool.
it's a great feeling, man. And then we're in Wildwood, you know. So you know how they always have this. Every year they always have best of, Lebanon Valley.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yep. All time. Yeah, yeah.
So I'm in Wildwood. I get a phone call. Hey, your shop's been runner up.
Wait, now hold on. Because
Yes.
you're already on a high. 'Cause
I'm
you've been
already
chasing this.
I've been chasing that,
for a
right?
long
So
time.
I already knew that I was. So if we backtrack, I already knew that my shop was already in the hunt,
Okay.
to be best of the best. So I get a phone call and say, hey, congratulations. Where do you want this plaque to be sent to? And I wasn't really even paying attention that they called me. I just remember.
Because you're just like,
Yes.
yeah,
So I
Cloud 9.
exactly. I
Yeah.
come home and I see this box. And I didn't know they were going to send me a plaque.
Okay, yeah.
There was like, hey, Jona, I want to send you something. What's your mailing address? This and that. I come home to this box, and it was raining. So I was like, man, whatever it's in
It's
there,
ruined.
it's ruined. So I open up the box, and I'm like, I started shedding tears, man.
Yeah, can I
Yeah,
see this?
yes.
I've heard of it. I've never held one or seen one in person.
Man. So
2023, the official Community's Choice Awards, Lebanon Valley, a Piece of Perfection Tattoo Studio Award winner finalist, Best Tattoo Studio. This is legit, dude.
it is legit.
Holy cow.
Yes. So I tell my wife, and I'm like, babe, look at this. We didn't even know that we were gonna place or anything, because Chuck's Tattooing is the one that's always winning everything.
I heard of Chuck before.
It's hard to beat Chuck's because they've been in
Forever, right?
Yeah, he's been here forever. So I know how some of this works because of, me doing it before. Like you go in and you see, oh, best restaurant. Oh, I ate at this restaurant. I love A&M's. Boom. Let me pick A&M. And people be like, oh, people that don't get tattoos. Oh, Chuck's, they've been in here. Let me just click on
I
Chuck's.
see what you're saying. Yeah. Or they know the name. So
yeah,
it's
exactly.
Like, oh, yeah, Chuck's. I heard he's good. I might not have went there, but
yeah, exactly.
he's good. Yeah.
So and I have the paper, so being right underneath Chuck's second place of the best tattoo shop. This is only, a year after my studio was open?
That says a lot.
Yes.
Like the community coming out and supporting you. I mean,
yes.
So that's awesome. So you're just on a high.
I was on a high.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh man, winning awards and all that stuff is great. But this was one of my best ones, man. The Choice Award. That I know that my wife and I were doing something.
Doing something right.
Yes. And the community around Palmyra as well. In Lebanon and wherever people are coming to get tattoos from. Like, I appreciate everybody. And then I'm at Gettysburg, for a tattoo convention, and doing Villain Arts, doing Cherry Hill, doing any other tattoo shop, any tattoo convention that you could sign up for. It's good. You can sign up, you get in, you're competing. But when I was at Gettysburg, I won an award there as well. I leave Gettysburg and I get a phone call, get a phone call saying, hey, Jona, we want to sponsor you. So being sponsored is also something big, in the tattoo world as well, because you get free stuff. They'll pay for a booth. They'll fly you here. They'll do guest spots here. Yeah, man. So it's big.
Yeah.
I get that phone call. They want to sponsor me. We talk, we sit. I'm a sponsored tattoo artist now.
So who, I'm sorry, back up a little bit. Who called? Like, who wanted to sponsor you? I missed
that. It's an aftercare that I use, an aftercare product that I use. So I used it. I met these people in Lancaster of last year. We hit it off. I love their product. Best aftercare in the game. Honestly,
okay.
Yeah. It's called Urban's Edge. So Stacy and Dale, they gave me a call.
Okay.
And I was like, hey man, I love your work. We would love to sponsor you. And I'm like, man, stop lying.
Yeah.
Like, don't do this to me, man.
Right.
Don't.
Where's the camera? Right?
Exactly.
Like, what are you talking about? Yeah.
So my wife is there and she's smiling. So I go out, because I'm packing up to leave, and I go out, and I introduced my wife to Dale, because Dale was putting his stuff away as well. And he was like, yeah, man, like, we'll be in contact with you. We want to sponsor you. We want you to come onto the team and all that.
Wow.
At first, I was just a team artist. Now there's levels. I'm a team artist, and now I'm a pro team artist.
To get a sponsor, that sounds like you've made it at that point, right?
Pretty much.
Because, it's other people that are like, okay, we're going to invest money in you because you've proven yourself.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. So they're going to do that.
But what's great, too, is you believed in their product because you were already using it.
I was already
correct?
using it, yes. Yeah. So
it's a win-win.
It's great. It's great. Aftercare products, man, it goes a long way. So then I was like, you know what, babe? I won an award. I might be a sponsored artist. If everything goes great, let's just go out to eat. We're eating, and my phone lights up. Okay, and it's a buddy of mine that I met through one of the tattoo conventions, and we're still good friends. And it's email, and it says, hey, we would like to invite you to come to Puerto Rico tattoo convention.
What?
Yes. So being invited to only invite tattoo convention is big, because they only invite big name tattooers. Yeah. When I looked, like how my phone just lit up now, boom, just seeing that, and I was like, hey babe, look, like, is this real?
Right. Yeah. Pinch me. Right.
Yes. We opened it up. Boom. It was a formal invitation. Out of billions and billions of people around the world, Puerto Rico tattoo convention, you filled what? At least 200, maybe 250 artists.
Okay.
Out of billions of people around this world, I was one of those 250.
You were one. Wow.
So it felt.
You should have played the lottery after that. That's crazy.
It felt great.
You're going, home. It's like full circle.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
from the streets where
exactly.
they're shooting people, and to come back and perform and do what you love and do your craft. Like, that's a really cool story. Like, what was that like?
The PR convention.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was amazing. A different atmosphere, because you are in a room, well, in a convention center filled with a lot of talented artists. Right?
Yeah.
Like, you're competing next to these talented artists, and it's like, wow. I'm like, I think, I'm still climbing the ladder.
How did you feel like being around this?
I felt like and I shoot myself down all the time, and my wife tells me, "Yo, stop cutting yourself short." I'm like, I felt like a mediocre tattoo artist filled in this room with freaking famous tattoo artists. I met one of my all-time favorite tattoo artists that's out there.
Oh, wow.
Steve Butchers, one of my favorite guys, phenomenal tattoo artist. I was fangirling. I told my wife, I'm like, I'm gonna get a picture with him.
Yeah, you gotta.
And I did.
Good. Yeah.
One of the, because some people, when they start getting famous, they start being arrogant, and they be like, oh,
yeah, they change. Their personality changes.
Yeah. I'm like, man, I got to meet this guy, but I was a little timid,
Yeah, right.
So I was like, hey, man, like I see your work. Your work is awesome, man. I'm a big fan. Right off the bat, the way that he stopped tattooing, looked at me, made eye contact with me, and was like, hey, man, thank you. I appreciate it. He went back to tattooing. So I called him when he was not tattooing, and I was like, hey, man, I met you earlier, this and that. Like, you mind if I get a picture with you? Genuine guy, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, great personalities, too. I'll probably get the chance again, because he's going to be up in Philly. So.
Oh, let's go.
So,
that's so cool. Yeah.
So that's why these conventions, man, it's not just about tattooing. It's about networking. It's about, collaborating with other artists and all that stuff, your style and their style. And you meet them. Hey, why don't you come out here, guest spot? Come in Texas, guest spot from my shop and all that. And I'm still waiting for that phone call, though.
Okay, yeah. It'll come, right?
Yeah, hopefully, man.
When you put it out in the universe, that's the best thing to do,
Yes.
Yeah, it'll come back around.
I'm tattooing. I'm doing this big piece on this guy's leg, and everybody is just like, wow, man, you're amazing. I'm like, nah, man, like, this guy over here is better than me. And he was like, no, man, like, don't cut yourself short. Like, this is some great work. And I was like, you know what? Let me just put it up. If I win, I win. If I don't, I don't. I'm like, people will see my work. I put the tattoo up on stage. Big stage, too. Boom. And I'm here, arms crossed, seeing if anybody's going to win.
It's got to be a little nerve-wracking, too.
It is nerve. When you're competing, it gets nervous, because, you're competing against, like, everybody.
And it's like a piece of you up there. I mean, that's your art. That's what you did.
Yes. So I hear my name, third place, for Best Biomechanical in Jona Padilla. And I'm like, at this invitation,
Wow.
I'm like, wow.
Out of all the 250 people there, you got third place.
Third place, man.
Wow.
But it was good, man. So right here, right in December, that was my last tattoo convention that I did.
Oh, wow.
Yes, man. And like, I was speechless, man. I was like, wow. I come here, invite only. Get sponsored, you know,
and you get third place out of 250 some,
yeah,
top of the world.
Yes,
wow.
Yeah, because they're all over the world, man. They come from Australia, they come from England, everywhere, man. All these artists, man. There's a lot of artists out there. Man.
Yeah, you're making a name for yourself.
Yes,
represent Lebanon for sure.
Yes, for sure.
Were there any mentors that you want to shout out that have helped you along your journey?
Yes, there's two guys that I look up to, and even though that they don't want to hear it, I call them my father figure, and that's Coach Sparrow, Tim Sparrow.
Sparrow.
Yep, and Coach Watt, Nicholas Watt. I love those guys. Those guys during high school my middle school and high school, they were the ones that put me under their wing and, showed me the ropes on how to be a gentleman, how to act. So they taught me a lot. And to this day, I could call them up. Hey, how do I do this?
Yeah.
What do I got to do here? Shouts out to both of them, both of my coaches that
they
took their time. They were there.
They were there for you. Yeah,
yes, they were.
There. Yeah.
And they never, even after they found out that I went to jail for a little bit, they never turned their backs on me.
Wow. Yeah.
You know,
They stuck with you. Yeah.
They stuck with me. I started coaching youth sports and stuff, so I learned a lot from them. I'm actually, coaching Sparrow's kid.
No way.
Yes, I
Wow.
am. Yeah,
Small world. Yeah.
I coach him in football, so, and I coached him a little bit in baseball too.
That's
so,
awesome. Wow.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy how everything works
exactly,
out?
you know. So we'll Sparrow and I are very, very, very close. I could call him up right now and be like, hey, I need you. He'll be like, yo, come over. Let's have a beer and we'll talk.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do you want to call him right now? Can we call him right now? Let's call him up. Can you put him on speaker?
I can. Let me see.
Because I want to.
Let's see if he.
Let's see if he picks up. We need to get him on. I had Adam Kuhn on.
Yeah.
And he was talking about Spiral's wife and what she does.
Hopefully he's not at practice.
State Farm.
Hey, Coach, how you doing?
Good. What's up?
Not much. I'm here with Austin Sullivan at American Grown Podcast. So we wanted to give you a call.
Hey, Coach.
Hey, what's up?
Hey. I just want to let you know the mic's always open if you ever want to come on and share your story.
Okay.
But right now, I'm sitting here with Jona, and he had nothing but good things to say about you.
Well, I appreciate that. I still call him a kid, but he's a great kid.
Yeah. First time meeting him, and I've known of him. Like, I know Benny. I didn't know it was his brother, but small world. So.
That's awesome. So you guys just finished up?
No, you're actually on the podcast right now. Is that all right?
I'm sitting in my car outside my daughter's practice right now.
There you go. Yeah. So if you had some words of wisdom for the listeners.
Oh man, you put me on the spot.
I'm sorry, Coach. I didn't know it was gonna be like this.
That's all right.
Then we'll let you go.
What kind of wisdom are you looking for?
How about life and being a gentleman and along those lines?
I would say in terms of life, just living it, man. Like I've always wanted to get T-shirts printed for myself that just say every day's my birthday. You just gotta enjoy life like it's your birthday every day. So that's one of the biggest things I'd say in terms of being a gentleman. Just always being respectful, treating people the way you'd want to be treated, and just trying to see things through other people's view. Sometimes is the easiest way to see that maybe you're not right or you're not thinking the right way, is just to think about how other people might view it instead of from your own personal view.
Last question real quick, Coach, and we'll let you go. How was Jona as an athlete?
Jona was athletic. Jona could straight up fly. He was probably one of the fastest kids I've ever coached in any sport. I would have to sit here for a while to think of somebody that was faster than him.
Oh wow! So he's not pulling my leg. Yeah.
I'm not pulling your leg. I told you, man.
yeah.
But super, just crazy fast, and was just the perfect kid to coach. Wasn't always the most skilled person, but you knew if you told him to run through that wall, he was going to do it. He was going to do whatever you asked him to do as a coach, and just always give his best. So always had a lot of respect for Jona as an athlete, and I love watching him grow up and be a coach for the youth right now.
Yeah. Thank you for letting us record you here and being on the podcast.
Absolutely, anytime.
All right, Coach, man. Thank you, man. I love you.
Love you, brother.
All
Have
right.
a good one.
You
Thanks,
too.
Coach. That's the first ever on the American Grown Podcast.
Yeah.
We've never had somebody call in, but I figure why not?
Right.
I know him, Coach Spirall, from Blue Cardinal Photography and taking the sports photos and stuff. And I figured, if anybody should be the first,
yeah,
why not him?
Why not him? Right? Yeah, he is impacted me a lot, man. Like even coaching, like him and I, we coach together as well. So
okay,
he helps out the youth program. So he helps me out. I get a lot of advice from him and all that stuff. So
he does a lot. I mean, he was never my coach, but like I said, knowing of him and what I know of him, and great guy, down to earth,
great guy. Yes.
I think he's a part of the board for Nick Service's new image camps for kids here in Lebanon, in the city. So he's doing a lot of great stuff for Lebanon for sure. Well, I want to go back because I'd be doing a disservice if I didn't bring it up.
Yeah.
But last year, you volunteered as
Yes,
a
I did.
coach under Coach Wilson at Cedar Crest High School.
Yes.
What was that experience like, and what did you learn being a volunteer with the coaching staff out there?
Oh man. So backtracking, the reason I ended up with Cedar Crest, and I always wanted to coach Lebanon.
Okay, yeah.
So I've applied multiple times in Lebanon, and I don't know, for some reason they didn't want me. It's all right, it's whatever. 2 years ago during basketball season, I was coaching basketball, 5th grade travel team, and I ran into Coach Wilderson, and I said, hey, if you're ever looking for help, I will gladly be, love to coach high school. And he said, okay, I'll keep you in mind. Basketball season ended, didn't hear nothing. Baseball season, midway baseball season, I get an email and said, hey, are you still interested in helping me coach? And I'm like, heck yeah, let's do it. What do I got to do? Boom, sends me everything that I had to do, and waited, and boom. He was like, hey, we're starting to get ready for our camp and all that stuff. Come on board. Oh, man. And I didn't know how to act. Me coaching high school kids, so that's
like a dream come true.
Yeah, that's one thing that I wanted to do, is coach high school, and try to coach the highest level that I can. If college comes up and I want to coach college, then I want to coach college.
Where would you want to coach if you could?
My favorite,
Yeah,
Texas. That's my favorite team.
Known. Yeah. Okay. Right.
Texas,
yeah.
baby.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Will that happen? Who knows?
Who knows, man? You never know. We put it out there.
We'll put it out there, right?
Put it out there.
That's it.
Yeah. To kind of start wrapping up here, because it's been a great conversation.
Yes.
I'd love to have you back on.
Oh,
like
yeah,
you said,
for sure.
If Heather ever wants to come on, I do have another mic.
Yes,
so,
let's do it.
She could jump on as well. How can our listeners connect with you and follow along on your journey?
They could follow me on all formats, Instagram, Facebook. Shortly, I'll start getting a Twitter account, or even TikTok, all that stuff. So
TikTok, I'd be going for you.
That's one thing that I want to get into. I want to do more of my videos. I'm going to do some live sessions when I'm tattooing big pieces and all that stuff. So to contact me, you can email me, send me a DM on Instagram. Best thing is email. My downtime is around 10 o'clock, so I'll start sending messages. So I apologize if I send you a message around that time. But yeah, you could just email me. Best follow me through Instagram and Facebook and all that. A Piece of Perfection tattoo.
Perfect. And where is the studio located? What's the address?
The studio is located 27 East Main Street, Palmyra, PA.
Perfect.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, before we close out, is there anything else you'd like the listeners to know?
Just be you. That's it. That's what I've been. I was a troubled kid, got out of my ways, and I followed my dream. I didn't know it was my dream at first until my wife gave me my first tattoo machine, and I took it and I ran with it. So if you know that you want to do something, go ahead and attack it to your fullest, because you never know where you're going to end up at. So
Jona, a.k.a. Joanna, John,
oh, no,
the
man.
Flash, Padilla, tattoo artist and owner of A Piece of Perfection Tattoo Studio on the American Grown Podcast and the Colortech Creative Solutions Studios. Thank you for joining me.
Oh, thank you for having me.
If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and leave a review. To see photos of today's guests and more content, just search American Grown Podcast on Facebook and Instagram.
If you'd like to be a featured guest on the podcast, please direct message or email Austin at americangrownpod@gmail.com.
This episode was brought to you by these sponsors.
Cleona Coffee Roasters is a small batch coffee roastery and coffee shop. Veteran and first responder owned, community oriented, and roasted fresh to order. Now open inside 911 Rapid Response, Annville, PA. Go to CleonaCoffeeRoasters.com to order online, see updated hours, and find where you can buy it close to you.
Triggered 22 LLC, a veteran-owned apparel company. By purchasing a t-shirt, hat, or hoodie from Triggered 22, you're not only supporting a small business, but you're bringing awareness to veteran PTSD and suicide. Please help save the lives of those who fought for our freedoms. Visit triggered22.com now and place your order. Let's help those suffering from invisible wounds.